So just so you understand the program, this is all the end of week 2 right here. We're going 1,000 reps every morning, 7 a.m. Monday through Thursday, we hit every body part, 6 different body parts to equal 1,000. Today, on Fridays, we pick one body part and we hit it for 1,000 reps. Just kind of reset it. So last Friday, we did arms. Today, we're doing chest. If you've been working out with me now for 2 weeks, you can see it is actually working. It's going to be burning calories, building your metabolism, building muscle. I'm telling you what, just getting you in overall amazing shape. And all you need is one set of weights. Today I'm using just 20 pounds. So if you don't even have to use 20, because when we get to the 1,000 up and over 500, you're going to start really feeling it. So don't think that 20 pounds is kind of, it's not much, especially for chest. If you've never done it, 1,000 reps, you're going to really start to feel it. Just make sure you're not out of control, that you're actually doing controlled reps so you don't end up getting hurt. Okay? And if you can only use 5 pounds, 10 pounds, 2 pounds, whatever. Water bottles. I always say water bottles. And if a water bottle is all you have, and let's say you can get past the water, fill it with dirt, fill it with something, fill it with sand, make it a little more, but just get those 1,000 reps in. So we're going to have 5 different exercises. We're going to repeat 3 times. And at the end, we're going to do something special to get that last 100. Okay? So if you're there with me, let's get her done. So we're going 50 reps here. We're just doing regular bench. And if you don't have a bench, I'm just using a bench so you can see it better. You can just as easily do this on the floor. I usually do them on the floor during the week. But like I said, if you have a bench, great. If not, it's not needed. You can do it right on the floor.
What was the main drive? The main drive was, I'm not like everybody else. I don't want to be like everybody else. I have something inside which is burning. And I look around and this life and everything I see is not for me. I'm supposed to be something different. I have to be something different. And I'm going to change my life with bodybuilding. I don't know exactly how it's going to change, but I can continue down this road with be a criminal or not.
Continue to work, continue that course, the end state of it all, knowing that the pressures and the problems coming to welcome you. Those are the situations that are going to formulate and mold you as the person you want to be. Accept this as a reality. Sacrifice this day for the investment in the future of greatness. So I'm telling you in life, you start running from the class, you start running from a subject that you don't like, it will haunt you for the rest of your natural life. It ain't going nowhere. You gotta take that thing out, like, you gotta take the breath out. So some of y'all are afraid of that. Go after this. Go get it.
Okay, so we are doing 50 reps, each set equaling up to 1,000. So if you're with me and you just joined, Monday through Thursday, we hit every body part. On a Friday, we pick one body part. Last Friday was arms. Today is chest. We're going to be hitting the chest with 1,000 reps. Lightweight. We're only using 20 pounds. You decide on what it is. If you think you can go more, but have a lighter weight ready to go in case you start to fizzle out at the end. You've got to get the 1,000 reps in. And then take Saturday and Sunday off. It's almost like a reset for your body, man. Hey, good to see you there. Get in, get it. Like I said, I'm on a bench right now just so you can see it better, but just use the floor if you have to. Just do it. Just do it. I got a couple other things to talk to you about today. I'm glad to see that you're here. Thanks, man. Okay, now we're going flies. You got doers and you got talkers.
Without ever stepping foot in an actual crime scene.
Seems like the talkers always want to talk you out of it or talk you. And I got some things to say today. Let's just pound through this now and we'll have a little conversation.
Small business owner. Because I have no idea what I'm doing. So GoDaddy Arrow does, using AI to build a logo, website, and social content. So I can start Walton Goggins goggle glasses. Because if your goggles ain't goggles,
Stay strong. 10. Okay, so we're doing 1,000. So in between each one of these, our 30 seconds, I like to talk about something. I did a video the other day. Obviously, everybody knows about the Charlie Kirk shooting. Regardless of your politics, we can't be having that kind of stuff. But what I wanted to talk about is how two people can see the same situation and react differently depending on your mindset. So when you see something like that, some people are going to say, you know, he's 31 years old. Why would I work hard every day? Why would I get my body in shape? Why would I work on my career, go to school, have a good relationship, do all these things if I could just die tomorrow? That is a destructive mindset right there. But that's the way people can go, downhill. Or you could say, you could look at that same exact event and say, you know what, life is so precious. I have to live it to the extent, because guess how many times you get to live this life? One time, once. So I want you to think about that. If you have one chance, because our minds don't really conceptualize that. We always think there's going to be a tomorrow, but at some point, there's not going to be a tomorrow. So you got to think, that shooting the other day, even if you're whatever age you are you going to go down the path of nothing matters, or are you going to say, I am going to live the best freaking life that I possibly can. I'm going to get in the best shape, have the healthiest body. I'm going to study. I'm going to go to school. I'm going to apply everything I have. I'm going to have an amazing career. I'm going to marry somebody. I'm going to have a wife or a husband or whatever it is. And then just live the best life you possibly can. Or you're going to give the fuck up. You have a choice. It's a mindset. And it's like that in everything in life. How are you going to react to something? You're going to react really quick, or you're going to respond to it with using your mindset. The mindset is everything in life. Everything. So that's why I love to do this, because it pushes you past that mindset. It pushes you hard. 1,000 reps. If you're just joining, we do 1,000 reps every single morning at 7 o'clock. Monday through Thursday, we hit every body part. Fridays, we pick one. Last Friday, we did arms. Today, we're doing chest. 1,000 reps for the chest. I love it because it's very painful, but it also like kind of resets your mentality for the day. If you can do this, you pick the weight. I'm only using 20 pounds right now, but if you can do this and you can work through it, what the hell else can't you work through? Everything. Or you can do nothing and be a freaking loser.
Tell the truth. Call out your own weaknesses, then impose discipline, impose your will, and climb back up.
People give themselves an excuse all the time when they say he's built different. Well, if you mean he gets up earlier, he stays later. He does stuff for others. He asks questions. He's humble. He works really hard, but no one's around. And yeah, he's built different. You wake up earlier, you stay later. You stay humble. You work harder than anybody. No one's there. I guarantee someone that feels bad about themselves soon will label you as he's built different. He's built different should be your label, because people feel bad about themselves.
You're setting the example every single day of your life.
So get those reps in. Like I said, today we're hitting the chest. That was only the 153 exercises so far. We're going 1,000 reps on the chest. Reset day. I don't care if you are a bodybuilder. I don't care if you've never done anything at all working out. You choose the weight. I'm using 20 pounds, and I consider myself pretty strong. But after, I'm telling you, about 500-600 in, 10 pounds is going to be a killer. You're going to push yourself. And I like to do the workouts, and I want to talk to you about this. It's not always about the physicalness of it. It's about the mentalness of it. Are you a person that just scrolls through and watches things, or are you a doer? You have to listen to some things, but are you doing things to have a better life? That's a question you got to ask yourself. You can watch everybody. I'll tell you a few little seconds here I've left. My wife and I just got back from taking my son to Alaska for a job, you just graduated law school, you can watch Alaskan videos and see pictures all your life. Until you go and do things, you're like, you can't put it into words, the beauty that it is there, the beauty of life. How many of us are living our lives through what everybody else is saying, through other people's pictures, videos, stories? Are you going to live your life through what everybody else says and thinks and does? Or are you going to get out there and get your ass up and go and do the things that need to be done? You got to be able to do it. Let's do a reverse. Turn them backwards like this. "50 reps, whatever weight you want to use, because it's going to feel heavy once you get into it."
I don't care how we win. I just want to keep coming after you. You're going to knock down whatever that rock is that's been between you and your grave. You're going to keep after. You're going to be relentless. You're not going to give in. You're going to be the person who stays excited until the entire job gets done, until that dream is real. And long term, all these other people, they're going to flinch, they're going to get weak, and you won't. The whole time you want to quit. You make sure you know one thing. All the times, hours, and days, you sacrifice together.
Shop Ranger. Talk shop for your shop.
50. So here's the deal. Say, why are you doing this? Why not just lift heavier weights and do less reps? Well, I'm 53 years old. I've had well over a dozen surgeries, 5 back surgeries, 2 fusions, boo-hoo, whatever. But I decided not to give up, and once you get older, even into your 40s, when the arthritis starts to set in, especially if you've been active all your life, low weight, high reps is the way to go. I don't give a shit what anybody online says. Things work different for every person. There's no one way answer to something. Low reps, low weight, low reps, high weight might be the thing for you. Or low weight, high reps. All I say is try things. Try it. Sit with me for a week or two and see what it does to your body. If it doesn't work, what do you have to lose? You probably burnt, 3 or 4 pounds of fat. You feel better. If it doesn't work, you have nothing to lose. But you got to try some things in life. Stop listening to what other people say and start doing. That's the only way it's going to work. Hammer grip. This way.
The next 70 years and then retire 107. That's not how entrepreneurs think. Entrepreneurs don't think like that. They don't even buy into what I call the list. The list is what you're supposed to do. I told you you're supposed to do.
Every day, because I have a vision, I have confidence, and I believe in myself. People call it arrogant, I call it confidence. Ignorant people call it arrogant, intelligent people call it confidence.
Unless you get out every single motherfucking day and put in the work, inch by motherfucking inch, you will never get there. Everybody want to win, but everybody don't want to work. Everybody want the reward, but everybody don't want to work. We all gotta work. All I'm saying is don't quit. I didn't say don't rest. I didn't say don't rest.
Yeah, so my big message today, if you're still on here, sometimes it might repeat, sometimes greetings from Texas. Awesome state. Awesome state.
You don't know that. You're assuming that. Going to work every day for 20 years and grinding your ass off.
Awesome, man. Lots of good stuff on here. I appreciate everybody that comes in here and watches, but hopefully you're not just watching. Hopefully you're doing these things with me. And if you're not doing it right now, it's at least inspiring you to do something later. Because the only way you're going to get anything in life is through taking action. You have to take action in life. I get some people scroll through. I've seen live streams of people, a live stream of a person just sitting there, acting like an idiot, doing dishes or doing whatever. They got like 500 people watching them. Has zero value. Then there's other things out there, people working out and lifting and doing this and doing things. Nobody watches it. Because people don't, they're just here for the entertainment. Last one arm hold.
You can't change the way your career's going. You can't start changing your work ethic and your work habits and your interrelationships. You can't change your wisdom unless you change your input. It's just a it's better.
Whatever's going on is your fault. It's a sword.
25. We'll be 25 each side.
We talk about the path. We talk about discipline. We talk about living clean, but it is not an easy path. It is filled with temptations and pitfalls and hazards and traps. And it's hard to stay on the path. And if you fall off, it can seem even harder to get back on. But you can do it. You gotta be honest with yourself. Do not be a slave.
Everybody that was obsessed, everybody was obsessed in the business, in their field of action. What is that? They are the topic of the conversation of the employees at Network. They're the water cooler conversation. They're the individuals people are talking about. Because they're so engrossed in your life, with your obsession with what you're doing, they don't have time to talk. Because they're interested in what's going on with them.
And the more society changes, the less important that list gets. We're to a point now where even mainstream colleges don't even require, or mainstream jobs don't even require college degrees anymore. See what I'm saying? Things are changing, yeah. And so being of sound mind and learning how to critically think and learning how to think outside the box to get to the destination you want to get to.
First 6 exercises done. First 300 in the book. Now we got 2 more rounds of that, plus an extra 100 at the end. So if you're with me here, hopefully I'm on a bench, but you can do it on the floor. And as usual, I like to talk about certain things during the session in between. I teach college, but I like to lecture. And I wrote a book on becoming employable, just teaching students how to be employable. It's not about the hard skills. If you're going to college or you have a job, it's not about the hard skills that you learn. It's about how can you communicate with people? Can you work together? Are you disciplined? Do you show up for work? If it starts at 8 o'clock, are you there at 7:59? Or are you there 15, 20 minutes early, being ready? Are you one of those kind of people that when you're done with work at 3 o'clock, at 2:30, you're in a sprinting freaking position ready to get out of the building? If you don't think that your boss or the leader sees that kind of stuff, you're absolutely insane. I've owned businesses all my life. It's like you have eyes in the back of your head like you're a mother because all you're doing is looking at things. You know? Think about it. Are you working hard today because on your job in life, because you know where success is built? When you get praised in public, it's built right here behind the scenes when nobody else is watching. So you decide. The best thing about life is you make a freaking decision. Are you going to scroll through and do nothing with your life? Be a scroller? It's like the first generation of all of us. I mean, I'm just guilty sometimes too, sitting there in the bathroom. But, you know, are you just going to scroll all your life and never experience anything? Eating Doritos and scrolling? Come on, you're worth way more than that. Let's go. We're starting on round 2. Are you with me? Or are you going to scroll right past? Use anything. I don't care what the hell you use for your weights. Don't even use weights. Just move your freaking arms. So if you're just watching now, the way the program works, Monday through Friday, we do this 1,000 reps, 7 o'clock. Monday through Thursday, we hit every body part, 6 different body parts, 3 rounds plus an extra one at the end. Fridays, we pick one body part. If you think you're tough, you work out, I invite you to try this, okay? You pick the weight. On Fridays, we pick one body part. We go arms last week, we're gonna go chest. Next Friday, we're probably gonna go shoulders. 1,000 reps on a body part will completely reset you. We do it on Friday, so you can take Saturday and Sunday off. But if you do 1,000 reps on any body part, you are going to have the pump of your lifetime. I'm using 20 pounds right now. If you want to use 10, you want to use 5. If you really think you can really handle this and you're tough, go 20, 5, go 30, go 4, do whatever you want to do. But just have some lighter weight ready to go, because it's going to just knock you on your ass after a little bit of time. So we're on our second round right here, 1,000 reps, 350 down. Now we're going into the flies. Just make sure they're controlled. Use the weight. It's going to keep it under control. So if you have to drop down in weight so you're not swinging stuff around, that's what you're going to have to do. So you're safe.
See all this potential. I see squandered. God damn it, an entire generation pumping gas, waiting tables, slaves with white collars, advertising agitation cars and clothes, working jobs we hate, and we buy shit we don't need. We're the middle children of history, man. No purpose or place. We have no great war, no great depression. Our great war is a spiritual war. Our great depression is our lives.
Effort, dedication, work hard, because the talent is not enough anymore. And if you're not dedicated 100%, you're not gonna reach the level that you want.
And I seen it myself with my own eyes. When I seen that Bentley at the boxing gym, and I seen that diamond Rolex, I said, I want that. And I knew what it took. So I know when my opponent is asleep, I'm out there at 4 or 5 in the morning, chopping trees, working.
If you go to the gym and you work out, and you come back and you look in the mirror, you will see nothing. If you go to the gym the next day and you come back and you look in the mirror, you will see nothing.
There's one thing in life that you cannot buy, and that's fitness and health. And that is why it is so valuable, because you can't just go out and purchase it somewhere. You've got to put the work in to get the reward. And you are rewarded in public for all the work you do in private, no matter what it is. If it's in your body, if it's in your career, if it's in education, your family, all those things. Anybody you see rewarded in public and you say, oh, they're so lucky, they get all the breaks, bull crap. They've done a shit ton of work behind the scenes, and that's what counts. So when you see somebody who's winning, somebody who's got a great body, somebody that has a great career or a great family, don't think that ever came easy. They had to work their ass off behind the scenes to get this done. So like I said, today we're doing 1,000 reps all in the chest. Be prepared, because this baby's gonna burn. We're on our second round right now. Now we're going together. It's a mindset, baby. It's a mindset of a winner. You can commit, you can decide, I'm going to be a winner, I'm going to be a loser. That's what's so amazing about life, especially in America. You can choose and decide any damn thing you want, any pathway. Anybody that says, I can't do this, bullshit. You can do anything you want to do if, there's a big if, you're willing to pay the price. You cannot have the prize if you're not willing to pay the price. And fitness is step number 1 on the road to victory in every single thing you do. You could not convince me otherwise.
Sometimes it ain't about being the most talented. Sometimes it ain't about being the smartest. Sometimes it's about consistency. Consistency, just keep doing it and keep doing it and keep doing it and never stop and never give up. And never quit. Keep doing it day after day, play after play, second after second. You should work every day like somebody's working 4 hours a day to take away.
Yeah, consistency every single day, hard work. I believe that every success in your life begins with fitness. I mean, how many people do you see that have a really nice car, a really nice house, a great job, they're making money, but they're fat, out of shape, sick all the time. Every time the government pushes out a vaccine, they're taking it. They're taking Ozempic, they're doing whatever. They're killing themselves. What is the use of having all these things if you don't know if tomorrow you're going to drop over with a heart attack? You gotta be smart. got to have that mindset of success, and it all begins with your body. Could not convince me otherwise. If you try to find a fit person that's dedicated and disciplined and really sticks with it, that isn't successful in other areas of their life. If you can, I'd like to see it, because if you are disciplined enough to do this kind of stuff, there is no reason that you're not successful in your career, you're not successful in your marriage, because being in a relationship is very tough. I've been married for 30 years. If you don't think that was tough, this is nothing compared to that. But if you can get through these workouts, and the more pain, the better, because then you can always look back and say, well, I know what pain is. Now we're going to do reverse. Just reverse the grip.
Apps like Docs, Drive, Gmail, and Meet are connected and in one place, so your whole team can make updates and stay up to date in real time. That's working together with Google Workspace.
Now, while you're standing on this cliff, you see people soaring by, going on vacations, having a song, opening a business, finding a second being what they've always wanted to be, getting a job or the career of their dream. You see people that's laying down the street, they get a new car every 2 years. They will get a new car every 2 years. What are they doing out there? And you see people just saying,
So in between each of my sets, we're doing 1,000 reps today. Fridays are one body part. So we're hitting the chest hard today, hard. One of my main things I was talking about, I'm talking between these things, in between the sets, is about actually what has just happened, with the Charlie Kirk assassination, regardless of politics. I just want you to think about it from a life perspective. How do you take that when you see something like complete tragedy in the world and other things in your life? I had a family member commit suicide here about 2 or 3 months ago. So what do you do when things like that, you witness that? Do you just say, F it, I give up because life is terrible? Or do you go in a direction and say, life is amazing and I have to live it to the best? So if you're seeing tragedy in your life around you, suicides, murders, all this type of injustice, you can either give up and be part of the problem and just descend into negativity and depression, or you can say, life is so precious. I get one chance at this. And in our minds, we're always thinking, I got tomorrow. There's going to be a point where there is no tomorrow. No tomorrow. Done forever. If you've ever had a surgery and been through anesthesia whenever you're just black, I believe that's what happens whenever you die. It's just, you don't even know you existed. You're just done. You never get another shot. You gotta live the best life you can today. Because if you don't live the best life, you have one chance. The worst thing in life is going to be the freaking regrets that you have at the end. I'm 53. I said, you know what? I will have no regrets from this time on in my life. I'm going to live it. Today we're going down to RV show across the state. I'm buying a freaking RV. My wife and I are going to travel the damn country. I teach online so I can do what I want. She's in a school as a kindergarten teacher. I'm getting her an online job. And if I have to go make more freaking money so she doesn't have to do that, so I can live my life and have no regrets and travel the country and see my kids and see this place, well, then that's what the hell I'm going to do. I've made that decision. I've made a plan. That's the result. I've got my objectives. I got my tasks. And why go through all that hard work and pain to get to there if you have a fat, nasty body and you end up having a freaking heart attack on the drive? Get your ass moving. I only say that because I want to see you succeed. Mediocre and average has just become the norm in this damn country. There has never been a time in the world that has been easier to be successful. All you got to do is get up off your ass, and that inch or two more than everybody else is where every success lies. And if you're willing to go a foot higher than everybody else, oh my gosh.
But see, when you discover the truth of this goodness, this power that you have within you, that truth will set you free from ever being a victim in life. That too will enable you to handle things with a level of equanimity that will surprise you. Getting unstuck means that you are going to start living life on your terms, rather than just gliding through every day on automatic. That you have a special power within. That you know the things are going to get better for you. You know that you can handle this. And because you want a different kind of results in your life, you've got to decide that I'm going to go all out.
We decide which moments define us. Will it be the moment we get knocked down? Or will it be the moment when we get back up? This is when we show the world what we're made of. Listen to me, you can't give up. It's easy, everybody will do it. But if life's got you down, I need you to get up and prove them wrong.
People operating in darkness, they are relentless. They never stop. And we have to make it our full-time job to fight back.
2 rounds done. 2 rounds done. So whenever I say, we all seem to need, like, this is all discipline at this point. You ever find your life, you're living off of complete discipline? But I want you to think about what motivates you as well. Some people are motivated by, I have zero motivation towards material stuff. Zero. I couldn't care less. Obviously, I want nice things. I want good things for my family. But cars and houses and that kind of stuff, that does not, they're great goals to get to. I consider them outcomes of hard work, but that stuff does not motivate me. The only thing that motivates me is intrinsically. And if you are motivated by extrinsic type things, you got to be careful, because you put your identity onto it. And once your identity's onto it and all of a sudden you lose it, it can crush yourself and who you are and your identity. That's why I would not suggest putting your identity on any external thing, on anything outside of you. Those are results of this in here. This is all that matters. What is inside your heart and what is inside your mind. That is where you need to put all of your focus. Because if you can build this, you can build your body, your mind, your spirit, your soul, all these types of things. All those other great things in life are going to be results of that. You cannot skip over your mind, body, and soul and try to go for the car, the house, this, that, the career. A lot of people do that and end up living a shallow, hollow type existence. And then as soon as they lose their job or a hard time comes and they tow your car away, you are crushed. Crushed. If I lost my job or they came and foreclosed on my truck or whatever, whatever. I'll just go and do something else and have another result. But I don't concern myself with that, because I am not attached to the material world. So I want you to consider, are you attached to material things? Are they controlling you, or are you controlling it? Is the payment on your truck the reason why you're working? If so, you got to get out of that mentality. If you work hard on yourself and you make the money, then you can have the truck. But don't make the truck like your God that you are praising all the time and putting all your work into. I always tell my kids before that, I said, you want a car when you're in college, you know what you need? You get a job to have a car, you have a car so you can get to work. You don't want to be in that kind of situation in your life where you're just working for the material things. Work because it's a passion that you love. If I don't stop talking, I'm going to keep going. So we're on round 3 now. Let's get her done. Come on, baby.
Pushing through the discomfort and embracing the grind and disciplining yourself.
If you want to live your best life, your absolutely best life, you gotta be a newspaper. You gotta watch the choices you make. People make bad choices. They make another bad choice. They make another bad choice. Now they gotta have the bad choices. And they like, I'm getting here. Choices. I'm getting here. You trying to get to certain places, but you ain't making the choices. That's what gets you there. You all know salaries.
The cause of laziness is a craving for comfort. It's wanting comfort. Ultimately, your problem is not laziness. It's the worship of comfort, which produces laziness. It's that I don't want to do anything.
Verse 1 of round 3, complete.
Believing this lie that if it doesn't come completely natural to me,
I hope I see some people stuck with me, hopefully the entire time you're working out. If not, these are all recorded. Go to my YouTube page and watch it and follow along. Fast forward through all my bullshit here if you don't like it. I just think that it is the mentality, your mindset is just as important as the work. Your body and your mind have to be primed. Because if you're working out, but in your mind you're thinking you're a loser and you don't have any options, it's going to affect the way you work out. So that's why I do the mind body stuff, talking about these types of things. Like I said, if you don't like it and you're watching this and I'm recording, pass through it. Or if you want to work out and you don't want to hear me, turn the volume down. I don't really care because I do this just for myself. I like to help people. I teach my classes like this too, but I have hundreds and hundreds of students, but they're mandated to be there. So you're not, you can just scroll right past this. But I believe that, and it takes a process of getting your mind straight, because the thing that is controlling you, this is the problem. People allow their body and their mind to control their life. They lose out on their soul. All the things that you want in life, your passion lives inside of you in your soul. And our mind and our body silence our soul. We have to let our soul come out. Our soul should be controlling our mind and our body, not the opposite way around. So if you see somebody that is successful, that has a great body, great career, great relationships, they have their soul has said, you know what? Bullshit. I'm controlling the mind. I'm controlling the body. We're going for what we want out of life. If you see somebody who is completely out of shape, they have a terrible relationship, been divorced 3 times or whatever, their career sucks, that's their mind and their body controlling them. Because nobody's soul wants to be a loser. We want the things we want. Yeah, I lost all my people here. Not preaching. Okay, let's get the flies in.
That's the right things can do.
You're even more of a slave than you were because you've labored another 10 years under the thumb of the tyrant and stepped backwards every time you were asked to, so you got smaller and smaller as the tyrant got bigger and bigger. It's like, think about that, and that means imagine. Imagine that, okay? Now that's the situation. You're stuck where you are, but it's 10 years from now.
It's in you the whole time. That big body is there. And you think it's way over there. And that's the lie. So the lie is, when another guy comes in the gym, he walks in like, hey man, you can't live that. And he walks by and you feel shame again. But you don't let nobody do that to you. I'm here to tell you. In fitness, it's one thing that you say, you know what? I am fit. Even if you don't see it, I am fit. And you know what fit people do? Fit people go to the gym. Fit people don't eat donuts. Fit people eat protein.
You're always afraid to take the first step because all you see is every negative thing 10 miles down the road. You're going to take the professor's hand off your Irish fit. No, look, I didn't want the job. It's not about the job. I don't care if you work for government. But you can do anything you want. You are bound by nothing.
Something that you know you should do. You can hesitate for 1 second. That 1 second of hesitation, all of a sudden it turns into 5 seconds. And then 10 seconds. And then 10 minutes. And then just like that, you drift into eternity. So,
There we go.
what's going to happen?
3 down in the 3rd round. 2 down, obviously. We're almost there. We're up in the 700s right now. We're almost getting there to the 1,000. We're hitting chest only. I drink a gallon of water. I'm going to take a pee.
Build a website you love with Wix. For your words, create your brand, your opportunity, your breakthrough. Feeling a vibe? Run with it. From can't look away to gotta have it. Make every detail yours. Bring out what's hot. Remove what's not. Crystallize it. Instantly set a tone that speaks in your voice to your audience. Keep moving. Your site grows with you. Add solutions that meet you where you are and take you where you want to go. Smooth to make, easy to love.
So like I said, I suggest a gallon of water every day. I drink about a half in the morning. That's why I use a jug that says half on it. Because, and I know it makes you pee a lot, but I would drink enough water until it's not colored anymore whenever you're peeing, until it turns clear. That way you know you're super hydrated. But I mean, if you're at work, and that makes it a little bit harder, but make sure you get that water in, because it's going to not only make you feel better, it's going to make your skin better. It's going to, I mean, I'm 53 years old. I feel healthy as hell, but water is one of the biggest things that I would suggest doing, because a lot of times you go through the day, you might not have one single drink of water. And Pepsi or any of those types of things, they're not considered water. Don't use them.
That's the life you want, man. That's a sad life, man. The standard is the standard. We don't lower it. We compete, we fight, we strive, we live to fight another day. We don't retreat against nobody. That ain't talent. That's essence. That's core. That's who I am as a person. That's how I get down. That's how we're coming. That's what that is. And every time you get ready to stop, every time you get ready to quit, that's you as a man. But when you press forward, in the midst of the opposition, in the midst of adversity, you build a mentality that's going to sustain you 20, 30, 40, 50 years from now. Because you want some different kind of results in your life, you've got to be willing to be unreasonable. If you want unreasonable results in your life, you've got to be willing to be unreasonable.
We're getting there. Getting there to 1,000. Chest only today. Monday through Thursday, we do 1,000 reps. 50 reps per exercise per set, 3 rounds, 1,000 reps. This is week 2 of the program we've done. I can feel an amazing difference already. I know I've lost fat. And whenever you start, especially if you're a guy, when you start, and even with a woman, if you're worried about your midsection or whatever, just, for me, this is my example, it starts to come from here first. So I want you to pinch this area here. You don't need any special tools or whatever. Feel how much you can get here. And as you're working out, as you're losing and you're working hard, and you say, man, I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing the results. Pinch this here, because it seems like it comes from your face, it comes down, it rolls. That's the way it does it for me. I'm not sure if it does it for everybody, but you can't spot reduce, regardless of what anybody tells you. You can, firm up those muscles, maybe. So even if you have part of a gut and you're working your abs really hard, they might start to poke through a little bit, but you have to, it's a full body thing. So don't get discouraged if you're not losing your gut, losing your love handles or your ass or legs or whatever. It starts from the top down. At least it does for me. So I want you to recognize that. Look in the mirror or just reach around and feel this right here, because this is like almost gone for me. And I know that it's good. As soon as that's gone, it just goes away. I've done it before. So it's up to you how hard you want to work. These 1,000 reps, I'm telling you, you're going to burn more calories. You're going to feel so amazing. You're going to be tired. But we take Saturday, Sunday off, Monday through Friday. We're going for 3 months. And if you do this, think about that. 1,000 reps a day. It's 5,000 a week, 20,000 a month, 60,000 reps. 60,000. You're telling me 60,000 reps isn't going to make a radical difference in your health, in your body? Come on. You can be one of those people that just sit around and do nothing, or you can be a doer and haver. You can't have without doing. And to me, your health, I mean, what the hell do you have? If you don't have your health, what else is there?
Will change the world. Even when you're struggling, even when you're discouraged, you feel like other people have given up on you, don't ever give up on yourself. The indomitable will, if you have belief, you can do something. The only way you grow that, like in the gym, you grow your muscles by actually exercising. To grow the individual will to become something, you must get comfortable with fear and failure. They must be your best friends. They're the only one that moves that needle of life. Every hero you guys had was called an idiot, crazy, a loser. You must break society's status quo. Status quo is it's a lie to live in.
So I was talking a lot today about mindset and how you determine things. And with what happened the other day with Charlie Kirk, regardless of your political affiliations or whatever, we all live the same kind of life. When you look at events in your life, what are you thinking about that? Does your mindset, you can go in 2 directions, and you have to decide which way it's going to go. Is it going to go into the gutter because life isn't worth living because you're going to die at any point in time? Or are you going to say, life is short. I could be gone at any time. So I'm going to take advantage of every single damn thing in this life. I'm going to live healthy. I'm going to work hard for my career. I'm going to have passionate relationships. I'm going to tell people that I love them. I'm going to be who I want to be. And F everybody else around you that has any negative criticism about you. Do not live your life based upon what other people are saying. Never. Because on your deathbed, your biggest regret's going to be that you lived your life based upon what other people thought about you. That is one of the worst things you could possibly do in your life. Because just remember, anybody who's criticizing you, anybody that criticizes anything you say is probably a loser, and they're only doing it because they don't want to see you succeed because it makes them feel bad. If you're a positive individual, I want you to think, how many people do you go around to and criticize and try to hurt them and pull them down? Probably nobody. Nobody. But if you are losing and you don't want to put the effort in, you want to attack every single person. So when somebody's attacking you or saying negative things, just laugh it off because they're just jealous of what you can do in your life. There's no need to even interact with these assholes. None. Zero. They're not worth it. They're below you. People from above do not try to push you down. People from above will try to pull you up. The ones from down are the ones that are pulling you down. If you're winning, why would you even take, if you're a winner, why would you even take the time to go and try to crush people? It doesn't make any damn sense. But if you're a loser, you got a lot of time on your hands. Okay? We're almost done. If I shut up, maybe we'll get a little quicker.
Every time I sit in an interview, it's, oh, why are you here? You have too much money, you're too successful, you've done it all, blah, blah, blah. You know, in the last fight, I kind of bought into it. You know, I was in the press conference and a guy was reading out the quote of mine from many years ago where I was like, you know, talking about, I can't wait, I'm gonna put my mother in a mansion, you know, my girlfriend's gonna have a car every day of the week, and, you know, I was feeling into that, wow, I did all this, you know, I'm not even, I'm where I am. I'm grateful. I'm proud of where I am, what I've achieved. But there's a lot more left in me. I'm still very young. I'm very fresh.
So basically, I teach career readiness. I teach sports management and everything. But I'm super huge into the personal development and setting goals and doing that type of stuff with my students. That's my major aim. So let's say if you have goals, I call them results, and you want me to look it over and help you and give you some feedback on it, just go to my page and email it to me, Dr. Michael Baptiste at gmail.com. I'd be more than happy, for free, for nothing, look at your goals, put them in order for you, actually work with you to get that result. We're going to look at objectives to get to that. Then we're going to look at tasks to get to that as well. We can map out your whole entire life very easily. Because if you don't have a massive action plan on how to get there, you have too many people say, I want this, but they have no action plan to get there. They don't even know where the roads are. They wouldn't even know it if they're on that right path. They wouldn't know if they're heading this direction, trying to go this direction. You got to have a plan. And I can help you do that if you want. It's up to you. I mean, I have hundreds of students. We work on this stuff every single month. And I don't know, I feel like it's part of my purpose to try to help people because I've experienced this in my life. There is nothing that I want that I have not gotten. My wife will say, you're the luckiest son of a bitch I've ever seen. Everything seems to work out for you. It's mindset. Let me tell you about that mindset right here in a second. The mindset to get whatever you want.
And we'll see what happens. I want my 95-year-old self to say, you did the right thing.
It's time to stop making your excuses. It's time to start taking advantage of the world we live in today and all the opportunities that are standing in your face. You do have the time, you do have the money, you do have the energy. You just need to decide. Decide that you want it bad enough and admit the truth, which is nothing in this world is free. Admit that you can have anything you want, but it's going to be hard work. Admit that you are the only reason that you are where you are. And you are the only reason you are where you want to be. Take responsibility and accept it. You've got to go get it. Now. Now is the time. Now is your moment. Not tomorrow, not next week, but right here, right now. It's your time to decide that you can. You will. You must. Tomorrow won't exist. You only have this moment, right now. What you decide to do in this moment can shape the rest of your life. Stop making excuses and start making some changes.
It's not going to be a perfect plan, but take action that moves you in a positive direction. And if it ends up being the wrong direction, that's fine. At least you've learned where not to go.
If you can get a mental image of the person you would most like to become, begin now acting as that person. And if you gradually imperceptibly, you will actually become the person. It goes back to what the great German philosopher Revving.
Okay, that's 900. 100 left, your choice. I'm going to do 100 right in a row of the press. When I talk about mindset, here's one person here. I want you to think about this. Everything in your life that happens to you is positive and is pushing you in the right direction. What do you mean by that? Because there's a lot of bad shit going on. Well, it's up to our mind to decide. Okay? If you, well, I can tell you a perfect example, and I'll fill you in as this time goes on. I live in Pennsylvania. I teach, I'm just part-time sports management director at Florida Gulf Coast. Okay, so I get a call yesterday. Hey, we're going to offer you a full-time job. You got to move to Florida. You got 6 months to do it. Can't do it. Well, we're going to have to give the job to somebody else then. So I'm going to lose out on all that. Some people, wife's like, oh my God, all that money you're going to lose out. I said, don't worry about it. I said, I believe that the universe is always taking care of everything I need. I say, something amazing is going to come up because the job doesn't end until May. Something within that time period so amazing is going to come up that is going to dwarf what I'm doing right now. Then you say, so if I were to think that, oh my God, the world's over, I lost my job, I can't do this, that, what am I going to attract into my life? What am I going to see everywhere? I'm going to see nothing but threats against my career. But if I say, you know what, I think something amazing is going to happen that's going to be 4 or 5 times the revenue and income, and it's going to be my purpose. What do you think my mind is going to be looking for everywhere? It's going to be looking for opportunities. We don't look for opportunities when things are going good. We only look for opportunities when things are going bad. Or the opposite way. When things are going bad, we're looking for other opportunities. Our mind is in that gear. But you got to be careful, because when things are going bad, you can slip into that negativity. So it's a mindset shift. When things are going bad, seem to be going bad, but you don't know. The one thing you don't know in life is what is good for you and what is bad for you. You don't know. Last 100. If you're with me, let's get our shit done. Come on.
Courses and issues and conflicts, insecurities, fear, sending people to talk you out of your mission because he wants to put you to a test.
But I can tell you now, I piss the devil off every day because I just don't stop. This fucking guy, every time he does it, doesn't matter if he gets sick, it doesn't matter what happens to his money or his finances, he gets out of his bed and he's on a mission to get it done. This requires 100%. When you give me 99, I'm not gonna fire you. Because I'm not. I'm about getting the job done. Sure. It's about the results. And I think that, unfortunately, when we look at our generation today, not enough people teach about that. They everything of it. Because I think that we live in a society where people have become masters of pointing the finger at other people about the reasons why they don't get done.
We're going for the full 100 here.
If you want something bad enough, you can't let anybody tell you you can't do something. Not even yourself. A lot of people
80.
you can't do this because of 30-year-old. Let me show you. I would have arguments with myself. People doubt me. I doubt myself. You want to say all this to other people. But you want to be the one.
100. There's 1,000 reps. 1,000 reps in the bag Friday. 1,000 reps with the chest. I'm telling you, you are going to feel such a pump after that 1,000 reps. So before I sign off here, we're going 3 months with this. Monday through Thursday, we hit every body part. Okay, 150 reps for 1,000 reps. So we go arms, we go back, we go shoulders, we go chest, we go legs, we go abs. 3 rounds of those up to 1,000. Fridays, we pick one body part. Last week we did arms, 1,000 reps. Today we did chest. You can see the pump that you get in the satisfaction of getting it done is priceless, absolutely priceless. So if you want to have a great life, in my opinion, start with your body, start with your soul. Whatever your soul is telling you, sit down and think about all the things you want in your life. Then you have to make your mind and your body do what your soul. Who's in charge? Your lazy body or your excuse-making mind or your soul? I want you to consider that. Take care. Live in love, baby.